Me loud and clear. Let's get a little chat back, everyone. All right, Margaret, you see me okay? Hear me okay? Everybody see the cam working? All right, good. Let me just get the record up and running. We'll get started. All right, everybody. So welcome, everyone. My name is Fausto, and Happy New Year. First day back after the new year. It is Thursday. Kind of weird week, isn't it? We're going into like Wednesdays always kind of screws things up. You know, it's like a midweek, new year, but we're having some nice little move in the market. We're going to look at some stocks. I'm going to show you how we find stocks. And I think everyone here showing up today should make a commitment that this is your new resolution. I'm going to do better in the market. I'm going to spend more time on an education. I think it's going to be a really, really good year. Last year was phenomenal. I think the last 3 months were phenomenal. Probably the best 3 months I've seen in trading over 30 years. We'll talk a little bit about it. So like to do is we're going to talk about some quantum trading stock. We'll show you how to maximize your trading profits. I'm going to show you the hot sectors to look on. You got a new president, a new administration that's coming in about 20 days. You probably heard some of the rumors already about some of the stocks that are getting affected by it, if it's Bitcoin or if it's Tesla or if it's whatever it may be. We're going to talk about it because you know what? As a trader, these transitions is what we trade for, because if you're a fan of the new administration, you're not a fan, or you're just neutral, traders don't care other than, as long as we control profits and control our losses specifically, that's what's going to make us survive in this trading community, because it is one of the best jobs in the world. All right, so a couple of things we're just going to talk about. First of all, a quick little risk disclosure. I'm not making promises, guarantees. Works for everyone. It does vary from student to student here at Cyber Trade University. So please go out there and be very careful before investing and trading. There is a very high risk of doing it. So I just wanted to be very clear about that, okay? So this is what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about how to follow the big money. I'm going to show you important tools that we need to be a good trader, the best times, the worst times to trade. Just basically how to learn and understand why people fail in trading. There's a really big failure rate in trading. I don't know if you guys know that. And I know a lot of you here are probably going to say the same thing. You're selling your winners too soon. You're holding your losers too long. We're going to cover that. We're going to talk about that because I'm going to show you something that, and I know we have students here and they're going to be happy to share their thoughts on it, but I'm going to show you how to read the right of the chart. Now, what we're going to do really quick is let's go right into the exchange, right into the market and see what's going on, because there are a couple of good stocks that are moving this morning. And I'm going to start off just sharing with you is this right here, okay? Now, what you're looking at right here, fellow traders, this is our professional trading room. Now, I'm going to invite every one of you here in the next 30 minutes how to get access to it. And let me just get my pointers out here so you guys can follow along. All right. There we go. All right. Here's my little dot right here. Everybody see my little dot right here, my little mouse? Okay. So right here on the left-hand side, you'll notice these are all our staff and our instructors at Cyber Trade University. These are all the traders around the world. Look at all these traders from Arizona, Dallas, Utah. Look at all these traders, Canada. You got people from Germany, South Carolina. Look at all these traders. About 200 traders in there as of right now. Now, it varies depending on the time of the day. Right here in the middle, you'll see our alert service. This is what we do. You'll get alerts on your phone. We'll tell you what's moving, any stocks that are hot right here. You'll have our message board. And on the right, what we're looking at is an execution system, keeping it very simple, just 2 charts. And what we're focusing here is on level 3, where we're seeing all the orders. Now, it might look a little confusing, a little too much for you, but we're going to get into great detail when you sign up, because our staff is going to talk to you. We're going to walk you through. We're going to give you workshops. We're going to give you everything. Now, as of right now, just to kind of bring up a stock they're looking at a stock called RGTI. Okay. Now, RGTI, let me just bring up the execution system here. And RGTI. By the way, anyone ever heard of RGTI before? Anybody here heard about it, saw what happened. Great runner-up. Here's a long-term chart on the stock. It's been on our watch list. Been watching for a while. Look at this stock right here. From the beginning of December, right here, stock was trading right around the $2-3 price range, right? Look where it is today, $17. Margaret, you saw it, right? Anyone else? What about you, Elmer? Gary, what about you? I see a lot of people in here. Kim, Kurt, look like an awesome pick lead. Well, listen, we don't give you picks. We're not in the pick business. We're in the trading business. We're going to teach you how to find them yourself. We're going to teach you how to think for yourself. Because remember, at the end of the day, you have to hit the button. First of all, it's illegal for us to tell you what to buy and sell. And no one's allowed to do that unless they're registered. So I just want you to be very aware of it. How do I know that? That's why I've been around for 30 years. Okay. Otherwise, I won't be here too long. So anyway, you could see over the course of the day today, look what a nice little mover the stock did today, right? It ran from 1540 up to 1780. All right. So if you look at that move right there, and that started right around 11 o'clock, that's a pretty big move right there. Let me clear this out for you. Let me just kind of like put in layman terms for you. Let me get my calculator. If you bought 1,000 shares of that stock, 1,000 shares would have cost you here at the morning, would have cost you about, let's use an even number. Okay. Let's use 16. 16 on 1,000 shares is $16,000, right? Even if you bought half that, it's $8,000 investment. But we'll use 1,000. We'll use simple math. If you bought it and you got in at 16, let's just say right here, right? And let's say you sold it at 17, not even up here. Let's say from 16 to 17 in a matter of, I don't know, 10 to 11, right? Just use simple math in an hour. I want to show you something why people love trading, okay? 1,000 shares times $1. Oops, what happened? Equals $1,000. Times that by 5 days a week. Times that by 52 weeks. Comes out to be about $250,000. All right. Now, if you only bought half the amount of shares, divide that by 2, you still made a 6-figure salary. Now, my point I'm getting to is this. Who doesn't want that job? Okay. You ever thought, like, does $1 really sound like a lot? Well, it is. And by the way, there are so many other stocks that are moving than just that. Okay. Did you see this stock right here? SPCB. This ran from 4 to 10, up 92%. Here's another, give you another good one we had here this morning. What was a good one we had? Oh, this one was pretty good. NRXP. Stock ran from $2 to $3. Boom, right, Lee. I like Lee. Lee's being very nice and very aggressive, very excited. Okay, so I like to see. ICG, right here in the morning. Forget about where it went now, but this stock ran from 4 up to 8. You know what? If you only got $1, not $4, you're probably happy with that, right? But there are so many stocks out there that are moving. And I mean, listen, we can go and look at, you could look at Tesla, you know, or NVIDIA and risk 138,000, you know, still move up $4. But I don't know about you, but I think I would rather trade a $4 stock than a $140 stock. Still the same $4. You just need a lot more money to do it, you know? So there are a lot of things out there that are moving. Now, the question all of you are going to ask, I'm going to ask everyone this question before we move forward. What made these stocks go up and go down? Let's see how you guys answer this question. If you can't answer this question, 2 things. Number 1, you're not paying attention to me, okay, which I'm going to be a little upset. Or 2, you shouldn't be trading. But what made this stock go up and go down? Everybody should answer this question. Antonio, you're wrong. It's not news. Okay? But I'm glad that you brought that up because everyone's probably thinking the same. All right. If you want to make me feel good, knowing that you're paying attention, can everybody just write the 2 letters B and S stands for buyers and sellers, just so I know you're paying attention. William, thank you. Buyers and sellers, buyers, everybody in there. We got almost 100 people in here. If you're not answering this question and can't write B and S, that means you're not paying attention. Okay. And if you're not going to pay attention, you shouldn't be listening. Because remember, the reason why I'm here is to teach you why 90% of the people fail. All right. Now, this is what we're going to learn. What can you see buyers? I mean, let me phrase it a little bit differently. How much smarter and better trades would you make if you knew where the buyers and sellers are on NVIDIA, on Bitcoin, on Amazon, on anything, on Tesla? Wouldn't that be cool to know that? Okay. So let's look at, for example, I'm going to bring up a stock really quick here. Okay. Everyone heard about what happened with Tesla over the weekend. There was that big bomb in the car, whatever. Tesla took a really big hit right here. Ran from $410 all the way down, and it's kind of stopped around $375. All right. So, but regardless what the news is, a buying rating was very high. Okay, well, regardless of what the buying rating was, how do you really interpret it, right? But why did it stop right around 375-ish? Why did it go down to 350? Why did it stop at 400? Why right there? Does anybody know? Why that number right there? Does anybody know the answer? Was it because of Fibonacci did it? Is because Elon Musk put a tweet out there? Why did it stop right around the 375? Algos came in. Okay. It's in a loss? No, that's not the answer. What did I just ask all of you just before? How does stocks go up and go down? Buyers and sellers. So let's think about it for a second. Stock went down because obviously it sold off. Must have been sellers. The stock went up after it hit 375 because there's buyers. Now, how much smarter and better trading decisions if you knew that there were buyers at 375? Well, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you something which is going to be very disturbing, and why you're going to listen in the next 30 minutes, and why every one of you are going to want to come and join the trading room for one whole week. You are viewing something right here that is called level 4. Okay. Now, just briefly, I'll go into detail a bit later, but I'm just going to show you what's going on. Do you see these? Hold on. Where's my crayons? All right. Do you see these lines right here? These lines right here, this is what's called current order book. This is the right of the chart. Okay. These are all the live orders, the algorithms, the high frequency trades, the dark pools, all the AI, all the orders that are out there right now is over there on that column. And if you notice right here, there's a lot of green buying going on, 185,000. Oh, what do you know? At 375, at 370, about 130. Look at all the buyers out there. So when that stock came down, you don't see that many sellers, but the buyers showed up right around here. So if you wanted to say, you know what, maybe you want to jump into Tesla, maybe you want to say, but you didn't know when. I'll tell you when. When is where the buyers are, right there on the right. Now, we'll look at a couple of more stocks as we move forward, okay? But before I do that, okay, let's get right into something that, and you know, why we're all here. So we are here to kind of make a new resolution, because whatever we did in the past is obviously has not worked, or didn't work as well as we anticipated. Well, I'm here to change your style. Now, what I'm about to teach you all here is that I'm going to explain to you a little bit about myself and who I am before we go into the markets more. Okay. So I am actually been doing this for 30 years. I am one of the original day traders that started back in the early 90s. I'm also a 12-time champion at the Money Show. I've competed against every school in the industry. I've been a regular guest at some of the biggest financial stations. I'm also helped NASDAQ talk about something I'm going to teach you, which is called Level 3, which is called NASDAQ Book Viewer. I'm going to tell you where to get it, how to use it. Everything that I just showed you, how to see the right of the chart is why I've been in business and been around and have a great staff and started and having one of the biggest reputations, best reputations on the internet for over 30 years. So this is the thing. I was a market maker on Wall Street. What does that mean? Basically, being a market maker is I was an actual trader for a trading firm. Now, you ever watch those people on the New York Stock Exchange running around? I was one of those people on the NASDAQ market, okay? I used to make markets. I knew what to make the markets of. And the thing is, we all want to be like, wow, I wish I can go down there and see what those guys are looking at. Why do they keep looking at a tablet? What are they looking at? Well, that's what I'm going to teach you. I'm going to show you why 90% of the people fail, because we're going to change and make a new resolution today. But I love doing what I do. I've been teaching for so long. I've competed against some of the top schools. But what makes my job easier is that if I could teach you guys how to trade, we all make money together. I've been very successful over the years, but I've also seen a lot of very unsuccessful people in trading. And I can't help everybody, but I'm hopefully going to make you got all of you here to look at things differently than how everyone else looks at it. Because I live here in New York. It's the financial capital of the world. This is where Wall Street starts, and this is where it will end. Even though it's a global thing now, but I live in a neighborhood where some of the biggest traders live in the world. You're not going to beat them, but what you can do is you could follow them. And that is reading the right of the chart. But let me tell you something. This is really not about me, okay? This is about you, okay? So I am here to hopefully change the way you look at things a little bit differently. So the thing we got to look at now, what is the big things that are going on in the industry? AI, quantum stocks, right? The new elected president Trump wants to make Bitcoin, United States, the capital of the whole world of Bitcoin. Do you care for that? Are you scared about the new robots? The thing is this, you can't take things personally, okay? Because when you do, you're going to lose. And if you do the opposite, then do what you feel. But I can tell you this, you're not going to beat Wall Street. You can never beat Wall Street, all right? But you could join Wall Street. Get off Main Street and start following what Wall Street's doing. Think about this for a second. Brokerage firms, listen, personally, I know a lot of them, and they have personal feelings. Oh, I hate that guy. Oh my God, he got elected. Oh, we spent so much money on it. Great. Do the opposite. Then everything that you as a brokerage firm, anything he wants to do, that you're not for, don't trade it. Well, let me tell you how brokerage firms stay in business. You really think they care who's in office? Because if they did take things personally, they will lose their account and blow up their accounts. They would not be here today. Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, BlackRock, okay? I can go through everything, but I'm not here to get political. I'm here to kind of change the way you're looking at things, because you're going into a new year. You're going to get a new administration, and there are new industries that are going to be taking over. When Biden took over, we had great movements in EV stocks, cars, solar, everything. You know what? You have somebody who wants to eliminate all those, and now he wants to get into oil, gas. You know what? You have to follow where the money is. But there's also another sector that's doing pretty good, is the AIs and also the quantums, like AVGO. Look at these stocks, what they've done. This stock just in October ran from like 90 to 240. PLTR, Plantier. I mean, if you watch my videos, you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok and YouTube. I mean, I'm a big fan of this stock. This stock started right around 40. I know people that owned the stock last year at $10. Look where it is, 80. Amazon didn't do that. NVIDIA, maybe, 8 times. I understand. Right. Tesla. You know what? Stock, once President Trump got elected, they ran from 250 to almost 460. Not bad. Soon's another one. AI stock. Look at this. Just in November, $8 to 20. You see, there are a lot of stocks that are moving, but the question is, you probably thought like, well, Fausta, how'd you find them? And is it too late to get into them? Or is it time to short? Well, the only way to answer that question is where everything is on the right of the chart. And that's why I want to invite all of you to come join me for a week. Because listen, all I can do in the next 20 minutes is to make you realize you're going to trade blind, and you're going to continue to trade blind if you're not watching what's going on. So finding these stocks like QBTS, stocks going from 2 to 4. These things are a dime a dozen. This is the easiest thing to do. Finding them is easy. What the hard part is, not getting greedy, okay, and not getting cocky. So finding any one of these stocks that are moving, you know what, is very easy. It's all working off the big percentage gainers and losers. So let me just bring my execution system. Does everybody have this little window up here? Big percentage gainers and losers. This is where we find them. Okay. You could see it like NITO, stocks up 300%. Now, I know you might say, oh, it's $1 stock and I don't trade. Okay, I get it. Don't worry about that one. Okay. What about this stock, RGTI? This is the one we were just looking at just a moment ago. Oh, I didn't want to trade at 2. Okay, you want to trade today after it was at 2? Could have made a swing trade into a day trade. Now it's at 15. You want to pay 15? Oh, I don't know. It was at $2. You see where the buyers are still out there bidding it up? These are things we're going to talk about. Tesla, it's starting to go down now ever since we jumped on. Is the sellers out there now? You see, every single stock trades exactly the same. It's what I just asked all of you before. How do stocks go up? Buyers and sellers. So finding them, we all have access to it. And when you come join my trading room, we'll have a watch list for you. We send out alerts for you, and you'll see it that you have the same access. The problem that a lot of people probably get a little confused and get a little nervous is like, there's a lot of stocks out there, Fausto. Which one is going to give me the least amount of risk with the high amount of reward? Because you can't trade them all. Some are fast. Some are not. They look like they're up, but they're really not. These are things we're going to cover in the trading room, okay? But as of right now, just to let you know, why are you here? You're here to make money, and you're here to risk the least amount of money as possible with the high amount of reward. So finding them, like I said, not a problem. What we need to focus on is buyers and sellers. Now, question to everyone here. Let me do a little quick poll. Does anybody here have what's called NASDAQ Book Viewer, which I like to call level 3? Okay. We got the poll here. Okay, here we go. Let me launch it. There we go. All right, I got a poll coming up right now. So everyone just click on it. Just give me yes or no or not sure. Let's see how all of you guys answer this question. While I do that, I'll have a little sip of my coffee. All right. Now, what you're about to learn moving forward from this moment from here on forward, I really, really need you to pay attention, because what you're about to learn is going to be very disturbing. You're going to realize that, number one, whoever taught you, you're going to probably be pissed off because, like, wait, how did he not know this? And number two, you're going to be like, you're going to realize you've been trading blind. So let me get back to it. I'm going to repeat this 1,000 times. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to teach you the right of the chart. Now, if anyone here, hopefully everybody's here follows me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, or whatever, X, whatever it is, social media. Basically, I've done so many videos on these, but the best part about today is that you're going to see it live, and you're going to see it for a whole week. Okay. So what we're looking at right here, let me just explain it to you, and then hopefully it'll make a little bit more sense. As of right now, it looks very confusing, right? A lot of numbers and all that stuff. So let me just show you what we got going on over here. Where's my crayons? There we go. All right. So right here, ooh, I don't like that one. Let me get something a little bit smaller. Okay. So these are buyers and these are sellers that we were talking about. Now, what you're looking at is 3 columns: orders, shares, and price. Bid is the buyers. The ask is the sellers. Now, whoever wants to buy this stock, Tesla, for the most amount of money is up on top. Whoever wants to buy for less money is down at the bottom. Whoever wants to sell Tesla for the least amount of money is up on top. Whoever wants more money for their shares is down here at the bottom. So what you're looking at, you have access. Now, listen to me carefully. This is pretty crazy when you really think about it. You have a seat on the exchange. You have a seat on the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ. You are seeing what the stock is trading at that exchange. Does that ring a bell at all? I mean, like what? Yes. Back when I started, you had to pay millions of dollars just to get access to this data. Today, you can get it for free. Why? Because the exchanges said, why we have a private club for all these traders when that's going to limit the transactions where we just give it for free to everybody. So now everybody can get access to know exactly where the market is. Now, think about that for a second. How much smarter and better trading decisions would you be able to make if you knew where the buyers and sellers were? Well, now you could see it. Well, let me show you how to utilize this data, because as of right now, it might look a little confusing, but as I move forward, you'll see it's not as bad as you probably would think. All right, so let me kind of teach you how to use it. What we're looking at right here is we're looking at a stock, PLTR. And you could see how it started up here, right around 9 o'clock this morning. And if stock went all the way down, hit this price around 71, went back up to 73, came back to 71, went back to 73. Now, why did it stop at this price at 71? Why didn't it stop at 73? Why didn't it go down to 71? What the hell is 71? I never heard anybody want to buy a stock at 70. 70 sounds like a realistic number. Why 71? Well, when you look at the buy section and you look for buyers, remember what makes stocks go up? Buyers and sellers. The biggest significant buyer is right here. Now, if that's too hard to see, I blew it up over here. Now, let's see if everybody could read that number if you're paying attention. How many buyers are looking to buy this stock at $71.15? How many shares? Let's see if everyone's paying attention. I only do this because I want to make sure you guys are following along. All right. William, you're right. Bill, you're right. By the way, some of you have your chat to private where it says to, just make it to everyone. You got 38 orders that make up 150,000. Could everybody just write 150K? Everybody write that in. 150K. Now, this is what I want to show you. Is that really a lot of money? Is that a lot of shares? Well, let's kind of look at it. You got 5,000, 2,000, 3,000. Okay, look at all these orders. But when you get all the way down here, you got a 6-digit amount of shares. Now, let me just figure something out here. Okay. How much money is that? Would you say 150,000 times $71? It's about $11 million worth of stock that's looking to be bought. Now, does 11 million sound like a lot? Okay. Or the 5,000 shares. What does that come out to be? 5,000 times 71. Hold on. 71 times 5,000. 350,000. I mean, that's Lee saying that's massive. Now, Lee, let's think about this secondly. How much smarter and better trading decisions if you knew that you're coming up to a major buyer out there? What do you think is going to happen when you got big buyers? Does the stock go up or does it go down? What do you think it's going to do? Up or down? Right. Okay. Now, did you need an indicator to tell you that? Did you need a Mr. Fibonacci to tell you that? I was just watching one of the financial stations this morning, and I saw Shankin telling me, hey, I came out with an indicator of NASDAQ. Do you need him to tell you that? No, you just figured it out on your own. Here's another example. Here's a stock AI, right? Stock starts right around $38. Goes all the way to a whopping $45. Man, that's a huge run-up. Now, do you ever get into a stock and like, damn it, why didn't I sell it? Because now we're down to 41. I could have sold at 45, but by the time this one crossed with that one, and I heard good news on it. What made it drop down to 40? Well, I don't know about you, but did you see this big seller sitting over here at 45 for 300,000? I don't know about you, but who could be more of a seller? A 3,000 share seller or a 300,000 share seller? Lee's got a great. I love that. Lee, by the way, you have your chat. If you could just click where it says to everybody. Do you see where it says to? There you go. So everybody could see what you wrote. But I'm going to copy and paste what he said. So Lee's question is, he goes, why on earth is no one teaching this besides Fausto? I'll tell you why. Because they were never a market maker. Okay? That's the reason why. And you know what? It works well for them and whatever, but that's the main reason why. They would never, listen, if I asked everybody, if you want to learn how to be an actor, where would you go? Where would you look? Where would you go get a job? Where would you go? Hollywood, right? Right? You go to Hollywood. You won't go to Alabama, right? How about this? If you want to learn and get into the oil business, where do you go? Would you go to Texas or Calgary? Or would you go to North Carolina? Well, would you understand? I live here in New York. It's financial capital of the world. This is what we do all day. Okay? This is what we do all day. We got good restaurants and we're in the stock market. This is the reason why. But don't worry, you know what? Hopefully it's going to change the way you look at things. So anyway, I'm running out of time. I got a few more slides. Let's go over and let's go see it in action. Here's another example. Boeing. Okay. Boeing's going down. You ever own a stock and it goes down and you're like, oh my God, I had a 180. Looking at this chart, what is going to make this stock go up? What do we need? What do we need? You don't need, no, you're wrong. You're wrong. We don't need support. You just failed. You need buyers. Support can be broken. Support is the past. Support's not the future. You need buyers. Do you see any buyers on this chart? Absolutely not. But when we go to the exchange and we go to the NASDAQ and we say, okay, I own Boeing. Let's see where the orders are. Okay, there's 200 shares, 300. Oh, wow, there's 64,000 here at 175, 174.34. Without even seeing what's going to happen in the future. We think it's going to happen when we get down $2 lower when we get close to this 174. Just out of curiosity, what do you think? What do you think could possibly happen when we get down there? Oh, do you think it's going to go up? Well, from what the chart shows you, it doesn't look that way, right? Everybody's like, oh my God, the thing's going lower. We got a bull flag. The market's down 500, whatever it may be. Oh, Mr. Fibonacci said it's going to go lower. My RSI just crossed with my SMA. Okay, great. Guess what? When it got down to that guy, it shot up. It went from that 147, 174, all the way up to 182. Ever happened to you? Ever go out there and look at it and be like, how did I not see that? Why did I sell it? I don't know. Did you see the right of the chart? Let's go over another example. AMD. Stock is, over the course of the day, starts trending down. It starts to going down a little bit lower. All right, great. Well, the thing is this. What's going to prevent it from going lower? Buyers. Now, just to show you that there are buyers and sellers at every single dollar amount. But when you look over here, you'll notice that there is a 257,000 share buyer. That's correct. 257,000. There are 2,500 orders around the entire world that are all pulled together that equal 257,000 at $120. What do you think could possibly happen when we get down to 120? I don't know about you with $30 million sitting on the line. I mean, I'm not trading it. I mean, listen, I'm not buying 257,000 shares of it. because it's made up of 250 orders. But guess what? If I like the stock and I was patient and I'm like, I like AMD, let me go out there and, before I think about jumping into it, let's go see where Wall Street's out there. Let's go see where the algorithms are. Let's go see where the high frequency trades are. Let's see where the dark pools are. Let's go see where the AIs are. Well, it looks like they're all sitting there at 120. So what do you think is going to happen? Boom. Within 10, 15 minutes, it went down there, got close to it, and went from 120 to 121.80. Now, understand something. Buyers equal support. Sellers equal resistance. And everyone has it backwards. That's why I said one of you said it backwards here. Everybody's, you got to look where the support levels. No. You can't have support unless the buyers are out there, and you cannot have resistance unless the sellers are out there. That's how trading works. Like Archer. Did any of you guys watch my video on Archer? I did a big video on it, talking about it. I don't know if everybody remembers. How could you forget the whole drone thing that's going on in New Jersey, and all the drone stocks took off. There's the video right there. Thank you very much for sharing it. Let me bring that up. Here's our video here. Here's my drone stock video. It's a 2-minute video. I turned the mic off. Let me see. See if it comes up.
While the mystery of drones remain unsolved, one company has been taking flight in ways that it's impossible to ignore. It's called Archer Aviation, stock symbol ACHR. Now, Archer has been a transportation company with their electronic vehicle takeoff and landing aircrafts. This isn't just a flying taxi. First, Archer recently teamed.
So anyway, I don't want to go into detail about it and watch this whole video for 2 minutes. When you guys are free, definitely watch it. But, we do, being a trader, if you watch me on social media, which I know some of you here do, I show you exactly, okay, well, the story sounds great, but is the buyer still out there pushing it up? Because I get people that ask me all the time, Fausto, you know what? I heard your video on this and that, and I have this stock. Okay, great. How many of you get tips all the time? People say, you got to look at this stock. You know what? I won't buy stock unless I see buyers out there. Because if you know the story, everyone knows the story. And if everybody knows the story, then the thing should go up. If there's a good story out there and the stock ain't moving, it ain't going anywhere. But and even though when the company came out with news and we had a big run up, you know what? People started coming out there and started selling it. So if you watch that video, when I launched it, it was hovering around $7, $8. But when it got close, but then I can have a change of heart, just like you. What changed? I don't know. 100,000 share seller out there, right around $9.85. So these things happen. Let's look at another example. NVIDIA, big run up, right? Big news, stock running up, whatever it may be. Everybody knows NVIDIA, one of the fabulous sevens. But when you start getting to like these big orders out there, because it even works on big name brain stocks, you're going to have an issue. Even though you see it, it's stock, you love it, and so on. You got to get through these resistance levels. Because I don't know about you, but $10 million worth of stock sitting out there, let somebody else break it. Oh, but I'm thinking about going higher. Let me show you something really cool. I know some people are not fans of like Instagram and stuff like that, but I'm just going to bring this up really quick. All right. I did a video on Instagram and it went viral. Okay. Let me bring it up right here. So right here, see the first video right there? Almost 1 million views right there. 1 million views. It went viral. Read what it says right there. If you think the video is going to hit 140, you might be right, but there's one problem. You have 1.1 million shares looking to be sold at that price. Okay? So watch this quick video. What I'm going to show you right now is something called level 4. Right now, we were looking at level 3. But I'm going to briefly go over level 4 because when I go over level 4, I'm going to show you, I'm going to show it to you live in the markets when you guys join my trading room. So let me move this over and show you what we got going on over here. So anyway, you can see how basically how NVIDIA hit the 135 and it came right back down. Okay. So where we get book viewer, by the way, before I move forward, is that who here wants a copy? Who wants to play around book viewer? Who here wants to play around and have access to the exchange? Okay. So this is what I'm going to do. At the end of the presentation, at the end, I'm going to show you where to get it. I'm going to give you a 5-minute video. I'm not going to give it to you right now. We got about another 5 more minutes, and I'm going to show you where to get it. But before I do that, I want to just bring up one more thing I want to cover, which is called Level 4. Now, this I'm going to show you live starting tomorrow in my live trading room, okay? So let me bring up Level 4. Now, really quick, does anybody here have a stock? Any stock? Give me any stock. Let's look at a stock of some of you that are trading here. And I'll see, but it's got to have good volume, and it's got to be a popular stock. GameStop, volume's at 4 million. Let me see. It's a little bit of the meme stocks. I want something a little bit more that more people are more familiar with. NVIDIA, MSTR, probably NVIDIA. NVIDIA's got good. Everyone knows NVIDIA, right? NVDA. Okay, let me bring up NVIDIA and tell you what's going on today. All right. And by the way, all the stocks that all of you guys are bringing up, I'll be able to answer all of them when you come into my trading room. But we're running out of time here because I know people got to go and I got a doctor's appointment I got to catch up to. All right. So looking at NVIDIA, NVDA. All right. So looking at NVIDIA right here, let me bring up the long-term chart. So you could see NVIDIA has resistance around 140. Not really a lot, right? 150 looks pretty big, right? 150 definitely looks like a big resistance levels. 145, right? So you can see all these sellers right here, right? You could see resistance back here on this day, and there's also support levels here. And then here you see it's been having a tough time at 140. All right. Not really seeing that much down here in support levels. You know, you can see where support levels are. So looking at this stock, where would you say the next resistance level is? So the stock right now is trading at, let me zoom in over here a little bit closer for you. And let me just clear out the circles I made. All right. So stock right now is trading on 136. If this stock was to go up, where's the resistance levels, everyone? Where's resistance levels on NVIDIA? Well, it's not going down, it's going up. So 140, right? And if it was able to get, now what would stop it from going down, from getting past 140? What would prevent it from going past 140? Sellers. Everyone writes sellers. Remember, what resistance is sellers, support are buyers. Okay. Now, if we happen to get past 140, the next resistance is 145. What would prevent it from going past 145? Can everybody answer that? More sellers. And if those sellers got executed, where would be the next resistance? 150. And what would prevent it from going higher? 150. Sellers. Very good. I know this is a dumb question, but it's the only way I can make sure you guys are paying attention, because what I'm about to show you on the right of the chart, it's going to explain it. So we're going to look at level 4. And you could see right here, 140, you got about 500,000. At 145, you got about 1 million. And that really big resistance levels at 150, you got about 1.4 million. Now, let me ask you all a question. How much smarter and better trading decisions if you knew where those buyers and sellers were? Right? I mean, what really makes a resistance levels? Do you really know? Do you really, 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 really know? Well, you know what? You know now. You know now it's sellers. That's how you make smarter and better trading decisions. Now, who here would like to learn more and see this live in the market? Come join my trading room and watch us how we do this live with you. Lee, thank you very much. Lee's actually one of our traders in the room. Just started like all of you guys here. And, once again, one of our traders in the room, you'd be happy to see her when she's in there. Okay, good. So this is what I'm going to do. Because I got to we're running out of time here. And I'm going to get you guys registered because I want to lose, hope I'm not losing anybody. All right. So let me change this here. There we go. Okay. So before we move forward, if you have not subscribed to any of our channels, here's our YouTube channel. I think everyone likes YouTube. I mean, I think most people are on YouTube. I know some people don't like Instagram, whatever, but go on YouTube. There's our link right there and click on it. Like us, friend us, follow us. Okay. And we post every day. So, go out there, click on that link if you haven't done already. All right. Now, another thing, Cyber Trading University, just to let you know, we are been endorsed and sponsored by more brokerage firms and exchanges than any school in the industry. So one of you just asked why more people not talking about it. Well, because that's why these brokerage firms do their homework. And by the way, if you don't move forward with us and you are moving forward with anyone else, listen, you only need to learn from somebody. But if you do, make sure they're endorsed by brokerage firms. If they're not, probably not the greatest person you want to do business with. I'm not here to bash anybody, but I'm just telling you, brokerage firms want you to learn how to trade because if you did, you'll be very successful with them. And you know what? With the big failure rate, they don't want you to blow up your account. Now, also, you might not see this with any other school, but we have a 5-star rating on Google for 30 years. Just that reputation alone with the reviews. Go there, read them, see what people have to say about Cyber Trading University. I mean, if you have somebody looking to do business with, you want to learn from someone, first of all, if you don't see a Google review, they probably took it down, which you could do, by the way, as a company. But go check out our credentials. Go check everything that we do, and you'll see that we have a very good reputation because we're very, very big when it comes to customer service. Now, if you want to learn more, this is what we're going to do. I'm asking for a small donation of $9, and I will give you 1 week, one whole week in my trading room. And I'm going to give you videos. We're going to give you classes. You're going to be able to talk to our staff. You're going to be able to do everything. Now, the reason why I'm doing it for $9 and I'm not doing it for free is because, fellow traders, if it was for free, I don't think some of you are going to take it seriously. And secondly, if you're looking for free stuff, I'm warning you right now, you're in the wrong business. All right? You're going to lose all your money. There's nothing free in this world. I know you don't work for free. I know the government doesn't work for free. They always look to get paid taxes, right? We're all paying something. So if you want to be successful, just to let you know, with a good brokerage firm or good, whatever it may be, you're going to have to come out of pocket. And like I said, I think $9 is a very, reasonable offer to just tell us that you say who you are. Now, this is all the things that you're going to get at Cyber Trading University. Now, what you could do is you can click on that link, or you could take your phone and scan that QR code that's on the screen. Okay. Now, we're going to give you access to our chat boards. We're going to give you access to how to access and find those iceberg orders on the NASDAQ website because, I don't want you to go there and you're probably not going to know what you're looking at, know where to click, and you might buy something you might not need. So I got like these 5-minute videos. I want to give it to you, but I don't have that much time right now to kind of go through in detail. But if you're going to make that $9 investment, I'm going to give it to you all for free. So you're going to get all that stuff. You're going to get hundreds of hours of workshops. People pay thousands and thousands of dollars. I'm going to give it to you for $9, everything. So all this stuff you're going to get for free. And I'm going to throw one big bonus in there. If you register, I will personally talk to you on the phone. Now, some people look at it like, wait a minute, you, Fausto, going to talk to me? Why would you do that? I'll tell you why. Everyone here is a student of mine, know this for one reason only. The reason why I'm doing this, it's not just more just to educate you to be successful. I'm looking for traders I could trade with. If you think that you have it in you and you want to really learn to be part of a team, well, I'm looking to recruit traders. And recruiting traders, it's only going to cost you $9 an application fee to get in. And you know what? If you're not happy, I'll give you $9 back. Listen, I don't need your $9. Okay. I need people that are serious, that are hungry, that want to learn this and see people do it and want to really learn from true professionals. So if you want to be a professional trader and you want to learn and see how to read the right of the chart and stop getting, subscribing to these newsletters and, these performers on YouTube, whatever you want to call them. Like I said, I don't want to be here to bash anybody, but I got to deal with it because I have to deal with it because I always get people telling me, oh, I took a class with this guy and, and he got this wrong stock. And listen, try this first before you consider going anywhere else. And it's only going to cost you $9. All right. And by the way, if you can't afford $9, I just feel you really can't afford to trade at all. Okay. So it's not even worth even doing it. So look what you're going to get. You're going to get our trading room. You're going to get workshops. You're going to get a phone call with me. And if you want, you get your money back. Oh, and I had a question that came across here. No, we're not going to charge you anything more than $9. We're not going to put you on an automatic bill pay like some other people do. I think that's sleazy. And, we don't do that game. Listen, I don't have a 5-star rating and have a good reputation on the internet because, I'm going to get you and I got you. You know what I mean? We don't do that. You don't want to be part of it. Listen, we don't need your business. We respect your business, but we don't need your business. All right. A couple of questions here. Oh, Lynn, please come and join us and give us a trial with Fausto, CTO Change Away. Thank you very much, Lynn. I really appreciate sharing. Lynn, by the way, you get to meet Lynn and Randy, husband and wife, another great couple in there, very skeptical people at first because they took some class with someone else and they were a little disappointed. Now they came and let me tell you, they changed their lives. We'd be happy to talk to them. All right, let me just, I got a couple of shout outs really quick here. John, I got your registration. Just doing a couple of shout outs. I see some people just registered right now. Jamie, got your registration. Welcome aboard. Mike, got your registration. I see you guys are registering now. Now, listen, this is very important. When you register, we're going to ask you 5 very important questions. Nothing crazy. Just let us know, like, who's your broker. Want to make sure, because a lot of you are trading with the wrong broker. Even if you think that because they're a good name, doesn't mean they're doing you a good service. Okay. So that's a mistake right there. Let us know who trained you. What kind of trading you're doing. Just kind of simple questions. Because once again, we want to make sure you're making the right decision. And then when you get to the next page, you're going to make an appointment. You're going to talk to our staff. Pick any day. Don't worry about it. Just whatever. We can always change it. And if you want to start tomorrow, you want to start on Monday, great. But listen, it's fresh in your mind. Start as soon as you can. Book that appointment as soon as you can. You're going into a great year of trading. Okay. You saw what happened in the last 3 months. I think 2025, we're going to see something spectacular going on. And I'm not talking about the Dow making new records. There are some stocks that are going to do great, but you got to be able to follow those orders. All right. And it's all asking for a very small fee to get part of it for $9. All right. William says you registered yesterday, but you haven't heard from anyone yet. Well, William, listen, yesterday was, New Year's Day. You could see we had over 100 people in here. We had a bunch of people registered. They're going to get to you. I promise you. They're going to get to you. If you don't hear by today, you definitely get no later by tomorrow. All right. No problem. Swimming with the whales. I like that. Swimming with the whales. So in the brokerage business, we used to call, they used to call you pikers or whales, right? What is a piker? It's a small, annoying fish in the water. You don't want to swim with the pikers, right? You want to trade with the pikers. You want to trade with the whales. Here's your chance. All right. A couple of more people are here registered. Emily, I got your registration. Welcome aboard. Appreciate the vote of confidence. Who else we got here registered here? Bernard from Chicago, got your registration. Welcome aboard. All right. Any other questions, fellow traders? Listen, you got to follow the money. What's the worst thing that could happen? Seeing where Wall Street is, or you want to be stuck on Main Street? You understand? So you took the time to be here. By the way, and another thing, you don't got to be there all day. A lot of people asking me, do I have to be there all day? No. You know what? All you got to be there is be there for an hour. Be there the first hour of the open, the last hour of the close. You know what I mean? Like, be where the action is. You're going to see. You'll see when you need to be there. And you know what? What's the worst thing that can happen to you? You might learn that trading's really not for you. And you know what? That's okay. Or you're really going to say, like, wow, I get it. Why am I making things so complicated with all these damn indicators? Why don't I just follow the right of the chart? Let me stop dealing with this left crap. It's where it comes down to it. A couple other people just registered coming across here. Who is this person's name? Serene, I got your registration. Welcome aboard. Just another person registered. All right, traders. No problem. Is that you? Okay. That was you? Serena? Okay, no problem. Okay. Anyone else? Sari? All right, we'll call you Sari. All right. Listen, I'm sorry if I mangle your name. I'm not real good with names. My name Fausto is pretty difficult as it is, but you'll see some very unique names that come across there. All right, Michael, it's got your registration. You just came in, Michael. There you are. Welcome aboard. Michael Crossman, just got your registration. Guys, it's $9. What's the worst thing that could happen? You learn something?
Okay, I found this on the web.
Oops.
So what's the worst thing to happen you learned? Check it out.
Who's that? Oh, it's just so funny. Siri just heard me. I didn't ask for your help. All right, traders. So anyway, what are you going to get? Let's go over this one more time. You're going to get the live trading room for a week. We open up 7:45 to 4:30. You're going to get a daily watch list. Okay. We're going to give you alerts. You're going to get an alert service. You're going to get live Q&A workshops. You're going to get Traders Talk Library. You're going to get also a free coaching class with me. And you're probably not going to get my coaching class. You got to at least be in there for at least 1 or 2 days. Minimum one. I recommend at least 2-3 days because you might see things and you might want to see it over and over again. But we'll have that conversation then because that's when you're going to start seeing what's going on. And then you'll be a little bit more open because I feel like once you start seeing and see the professionalism, then you'll get a little bit better and know how to ask questions a little bit better. All right. Any other questions? I have a question, first come. Do you need to have an account in here? No, absolutely not. Listen, we do not want you to trade anything. Do not buy anything. You are here to watch the other traders, how they think for themselves. Okay. That's the only reason why you're here. The worst thing that could happen to you, we're not here you just need to see if trading's for you or not. We don't want you to buy or sell anything. You're just here to watch for $9. Okay. What if there is no iceberg orders, William? Then we won't trade it. If there's no orders out there, why would you want to be in a trade? That's a great question. Brad, how much is for the first week? Brad, does it really matter if it's $9, $90, or $9,000? Okay. Don't worry about next week. Right now, let's worry about today. Let's worry about the $9 first. Okay. And as of right now, I didn't see you registered yet. So we'll worry about that first. Don't worry about anything else in the future. I always get people ask me, what about after the first week? Well, you know what? Listen, let me ask you a dumb question. If I showed you how to make $500 a day, right? You learn how to make $500 a day. And it cost you $10 to be in the room. Would you pay that? Does that sound like a deal? So, you know what I'm saying? Don't worry. So don't worry about, later. Let's worry about today. My time is precious. Why should I not know? Oh, well, I'm just telling you, what to know. I mean, everyone's time is precious, but listen, if you're looking to do this as a trading business, you got to basically want to make sure it's the right thing. And I agree with you. Everyone's time is precious. And that's a mistake that a lot of people get themselves in trouble. It's not about the money you laid out. It's your time. So it's all about being at the right time, at the right place. And that's why, like, I would recommend you want to have a good time, be either the first hour of the open and the last hour of the close of the market. All right. Any other questions, fellow traders? Because I got to go. I got to make a run. I got a doctor's appointment. It's what happens when you turn 50, right? William, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thanks for coming. And I look forward to seeing you, William, in the trading room. Let me tell you guys, what you saw in the first hour, what you saw right now in an hour, you didn't see nothing yet. You haven't seen nothing. Wait till you see how we show you how to pre-market trade. We show you all those orders, how brokerage firms make money against you. Do you know brokerage firms want you to lose money? And do you know why they even want you to do that? You're going to see in our trading room. I'm going to show it to you. You're going to blow your mind. Like, now I know why everybody loses money. Listen, it's a game. Just got to know how to play it. That's it. There's a winner and a loser. Do you know they're trading against you? Do you know they do things that call payment for order flow against you? I can't cover all this stuff now, but give me that week. I'll give it to you. I'll show it to you. All right, traders. So here's your last chance. I'm going to make a run. Take your phone, scan the QR code, or click on that link we just posted up there, and we'll get you registered. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming here. Listen, if you're not ready, I get it. We'll still be here. But, as it's fresh in your mind, get it out of the way. You can lock in that rate. You could save it for future reference. But I'm just warning everyone here, very important. You have to learn before you can earn. Trading is a very big failure rate. You're not going to learn this on your own. You can watch all the videos you want. It's not going to work, okay? I don't think anybody here went out there and started their own business or got hired because you did it on your own. You need a mentor. You need someone who's going to take you under their wing. You need to have a group of good traders that you could see who's making money, losing money. And if it's not with us, it's with somebody else. But don't go out there and learn and try doing it yourself, because it is a very big failure rate. And like whatchamacallit mentioned just before, your time's very valuable. Well, the only way you're going to save time is surround yourself that people are really good at it. Okay. And that's why we've been around for 30 years. Thanks for listening, everybody. I'll see you on the live trading room. All right. And have a happy new year.